In today's video, we're going to learn some strategies to help ourselves when we're adding three numbers. As we've already learned previously, the commutative property tells us that when we're adding, we can add in any order. So as we're adding three numbers today, you can add in any order you want. But there's two things that I want you to start looking for as you're adding three numbers that's going to make it a lot easier when you're adding. One thing to do when you're adding three numbers is to look and see if you can make a 10. We've been working in class on ways to make 10, and so if you know what numbers need to add together to make 10, it's going to make it a lot easier when you're adding three numbers. So this first time through, I'm going to show you how I can look at these three numbers and see if there's a way to make a 10. I can see right away that the numbers 8 and 2 can be put together to make the number 10. So if I know that's a tens fact, I'm going to put those two numbers together, knowing that I've already used them to make 10. I still have the number 6 left that I need to add. I can't forget about it. So I'm going to add that now. It's easy when I make a 10 to add on to it. I know already that 10 plus 6 is 16. So 8 plus 6 plus 2 is also 16. Making 10 is an easy way to help me add. Let's look at this again. Another thing that I can look for to help make it easy for me to add is to also try and make a double. We've been working all year on doubles facts, and so a lot of times it's easier for me to add when it's a doubles fact. When I look at this number sentence, I can also see that if I put the numbers 6 and 2 together, that would be 8. So I'm left with a doubles fact. Since I know my doubles facts, I know that 8 plus 8 is 16. So I know that 8 plus 6 plus 2 is also 16. So anytime you're adding three numbers together, you start by picking two of them, hopefully to either make a 10 or a doubles fact, and then you add the third number. Let's do this next one together. This time I have 2 plus 4 plus 6. Remember, the two things that I'm really looking for to help make it easier on myself is to make a doubles fact or to make a 10. Let's start first by looking at two of the numbers. Now I can see that I have a 4 and a 6. If I add 4 plus 6, that would be 10. Now that I've added two of the numbers, I still have to add that third number. Since I've already added the other two to make a 10, adding 2 onto that's super easy. 10 plus 2 is 12. So by using this strategy, I can see that 2 plus 4 plus 6 is 12. Let's see if we can use our other strategy of finding a double. Do you see which numbers I could put together first to find a doubles fact? Yeah, you've got it. 2 and 4 can be put together to make 6. I still have that 6 left that I need to add, so I'll add 6 plus 6. It's a doubles fact that I already know is 12. So since 6 plus 6 is 12, I know 2 plus 4 plus 6 is also 12. Either way that I add it, whether I add 4 and 6 first, or if I add 2 and 4 first, I still get the same sum. Because of the commutative property, I can add in any order that I want. It's always easier to add two of the numbers first and then add that third one, especially when we look to find a doubles fact or a tens fact. I want you to pause the video and go make sure you have a whiteboard and a marker. I want you to write out this problem and see if you can make a doubles fact or a 10 to add them first. Pause the video now, get your materials, and try it out. When you're ready, then play to see what I would do to solve it. All right, now that you've tried it out, let's try it together. Remember, I'm going to make a doubles fact, or I'm going to try and make it 10 if I can. So I'm looking for either one. Right away, I see that if I put 8 and 1 together, I can make 9. So then that gives me a doubles fact with my third number. 9 plus 9 is 18. So I know that 9 plus 8 plus 1 is 18. You may have also done it by finding a way to make 10. I know that 9 and 1 makes 10. I still have the 8 left. So I know that 10 plus 8 is 18. So 9 plus 8 plus 1 is also 18. Both ways we got the sum of 18 by adding different numbers first. You could add either way, whichever one works best for you. As you're adding today and you're doing your work to show your understanding, I want to see you making these arrows down between the two that you have added first so that I can see that you're making your 10 or you're making a doubles fact. So please show that as you're adding so we can see your understanding of the strategy. As always, go back and rewatch the video if you need more examples and need help to better understand the strategy.